Welcome everyone to Where Did the Rest of Me Go? On day 11 of 30. My name is Dino the Genetic Marvel. You can follow me on all social platforms. And please, if you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel as I appreciate the support. And I am trying to get monetized on YouTube. It's very exciting. So, this is a series I've put together that kind of explains my journey of to this point in losing weight and kind of changing my life, my attitude, and everything. Um, I've covered various topics so far, and please feel free to hit up those videos and check them out and share with your friends if you think there's something applicable. But basically, what it is that I'm trying to promote here is the idea of being better, achieving something more. I personally had reached about 500 pounds, give or take. I had a scale that went up to 450 pounds, and I made it say E for about a year. And that was hard. It was a hard person to be. And during the pandemic, I made some changes in my life. And then I kept going. And about last October, I really ramped up those changes. And right now, I've dropped 156 pounds so far. And even this past weekend, right, I indulged a little too much, and I went up about 3 pounds, and now I'm back to it. But what I wanted to talk about today was something very specific and really important that I've struggled with my entire life. It's been the idea of having boundaries. It's hard to say no to the people you love. It's hard to say no to people just asking stuff. To be honest with you, it's one of those things where we've always established that being agreeable is something that's better. Um, Trying to appease the people around you is a nice thing. It's a good thing, and it's not that that's wrong, but it's more so that how can you structure yourself um, in a healthy way to have boundaries? Because you can say no with a smile, be like, "Oh no, thank you." It's totally okay. A lot of the times, people have approached me. I had a background being a financial planner, and they would ask me about banking things. Hey, could you help me with that? Like, sorry, I'm out of practice this time. He goes, well, if I can get your opinion. No, please speak to a professional. The reason is that um, a lot of people will understand that no good deed goes unrewarded, and it's something that you kind of learn where you try and help people out, and then they get angry with you. Well, I wanted something more, and you're like, oh, that's I'll see you later. Just I've walked away many a times from that situation, and whether it was right or wrong, um, who knows? Uh, what I do know 100% of the time was in that moment, I made a choice that I leaned towards myself and my own self preservation. Was it the best thing, the worst thing? Who knows? Time will tell. But ultimately, one of the big things is learning what is okay to do for yourself. A lot of people get grief for sticking up for themselves. I know I have been called an asshole many, many, many times because I had no patience for somebody who was just going too far. I guess would be the fair statement. It really drives down to the idea that I know we've all heard renditions of this saying was that not everyone who fights you is your enemy, and not everyone who helps you is your friend. Um, there's a story about a bird that freezes solid during the winter time and it crashes to the ground, and a dog comes and poops on it. And the poop warms its body up, and it gets so happy that it starts singing. And sure enough, a cat digs it out and eats it. And you're going, ta-da! See how like it's not necessarily um, that cut and dry in life, but it is something that does factor in. So understanding that it's one of those things that you have to understand yourself is huge. And recently, one of the sayings that I heard that really resonated with me because honestly, I've gotten a significant amount of messages. Last week I did an 111-hour fast, which I think was too much. It was too much for me, and I didn't feel great afterward. But this week I'm at it again, and because I'm up, I indulged a little too much, and I need to get myself in check. Even just the emotional state with consuming large amounts of sugar and carbohydrates where I'm like, these aren't healthy things for me, and I try and stay away from them as much as possible. But I wanted to, and I did it. I can't regret it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So that being said, right, I have to in turn um, structure those boundaries for myself and say, well, I indulged, I enjoyed myself, and granted, right now all I want to do is order a pizza. Don't think I don't, and I love pizza, but is that the right thing for me? And that's a boundary I've set for myself and say, hey, you indulged, you had your fun. Okay, where's that? Okay, let's put that wall back up and let's get back on track. Right. Even today, it's been an emotional day for other reasons, but even for today, I haven't worked out and I feel like garbage because of it because I know it would make me feel better. But well, maybe I want to have a little pity party for myself for today, and tomorrow I can get back at it, and that's okay too. So one of those new things that I've heard, and this is because everyone's concerned when I do these long fasts and everything, and I am worried about it too. Don't think that it's not something that I am very careful and very serious about. But a lot of the times, it was a guy. He said, "It's funny. Everyone says when you're losing weight, you need to be medically supervised, but no one medically supervises you when you blow up to 600 pounds." And that's quite accurate. On a daily basis, we as a society shove garbage into our mouths, and it's extremely unhealthy, and it's something that we still have to work towards. But when we put in that effort and try and, I guess, do something right for ourselves, there's a growing trend of feeling shameful about it, that we've denied others, the universe, maybe work, um, that energy that could have gone there. That people invest in you and people spend time with you, and you should be giving back. And you know what? Let's just calm down. Okay. Most people are not adequately compensated for what they do for a living, and on top of that, um, if you don't have yourself, there's nothing, right? And understanding that perspective, that sometimes you have to put yourself forward and your own well-being. Um, I know, being raised by immigrant parents, uh, not something in your forethought, and it's hard to manage that because when those are the lessons they teach you later in life, but when they were young, haha, young people are all traditionally not that smart. It's just I remember being young and dumb, and other people who are young, I'm definitely sure are dumb and will grow smarter. But that takes time, that takes experience, it takes effort, and it requires a desire as well. So for myself, one of the big lessons that I've been trying to learn throughout this was setting boundaries, not only for myself and my well-being, but also for other people around me. They need to know what's okay and what's not okay. And a lot of the times that has been a component for daily life. Thanks, honey. But that's one of the issues that we try and go through on a daily basis, is making sure that we check ourselves because nobody else will. Nobody, nobody will stand there and hold you accountable until you've fallen and crumbled, and then they'll poke you with a stick and go, "What happened?" And that's makes you feel worse. It really makes you feel worse. Um, but it's definitely something that's really important, and I found that it was a huge benefit to me during this time was that Even today, somebody was like, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" And I'm like, "I really do, and I probably need it, but I just don't have the energy." And hopefully, I'll be able to do it tomorrow. But that's knowing that and holding myself accountable. Say, "Hey, I can't do it today. I'm out of juice. Um, maybe tomorrow." Sometimes there's wiggle room. Sometimes people say, "Hey, man, if you really need it, why don't I just come pick you up? We can just have a chat." So it's fine. But at the same time, it's not always that simple. So, you know, sticking up for yourself, having those boundaries, and allowing yourself the comfort uh, that you're being proactive for yourself kind of has a uh, combining effort, I guess would say, like a cumulative effort, and how it grows. And it is exponential. The difficulty, and I know I have this and I've talked about it before, was that when you don't respect your boundaries and you push through things, which sometimes is great, but also other people will push you through things, and that also is sometimes great, but a lot of times is not. And when you don't respect those things, and others don't respect them, is it can put you in a very different state of mind and a very different state of being. So it's a very important to establish things with a consistency that you're comfortable with, because whenever the hard times come, um, we all find that that's when we falter, we injure ourselves, we do something foolish, we indulge, as I did, and then the end result, um, maybe sadness, frustration, anger, even, and then we kind of feel like we have to start over again. And for me, the start was just taking control of my diet and what I consumed and what I didn't consume. So today, that has been what I did, was I just took control of that. And while I wasn't as active as I have been or would like to be, um, I was still able to have comfort in knowing that I was doing some proactive for myself. And that is one of the key components of this journey that I think has been really helpful. So that's all I'm going to be saying for today. As I said, my name is Dino the Genetic Marvel. Please follow me on all platforms. I try and upload daily, and I am going to be doing this for another 19 days before my wife and I go on vacation. And then I'm going to be documenting that in a different way. And I'm definitely going to be packing on weight because that's going to be a very fun trip. So thank you very much for watching. And like I said, drop a comment, put a like, share it with your friends if it's beneficial. I greatly appreciate it, as I am trying to grow this platform, as I think it's something that I have a unique way of offering, and I'm happy to help anyone who desires it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.